Hello, gorgeous collective. Thank you for joining the High Vibe Club. Jenny here. We will look at the tarot messages for the new moon time, 16th to 19th of May. I want to see what is going to come out for you. Let's cleanse the air and then we begin. Beautiful. I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm going to use my Celtic deck. Beautiful, beautiful green springy colors. Let me cut it twice and then we will start. I'll also pull some oracle messages at the end. Don't miss them. Always very, very important energies are there. So let's see your bottom of the deck. Four of Pentacles. Being a bit closed off, holding on to something too tight, not letting in new things, new people. We'll see why, but this is under the deck. So let's see now. Collective reading, any sign. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it's not for you. Use your intuition and your knowledge. Let's begin. What's coming, what's moving towards you? Three cards just flew out of the deck. Unbelievable. The Emperor, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. Emperor is extremely strong energy. Very structured, very abundant. Of course, your top executor, your top judge, your top mentor. Very strong, as I said, a little bit difficult to deal with, stuck in his own ways. Not stuck, actually, that was not correct. He is just difficult to deal with because he's the emperor. So it's his way or highway sometimes. You have to kind of be let into the empire. You cannot really do a lot of changes there. You have to accept it and just work with it. The Page of Swords is your page that is looking into details, investigator. Also, it can be a messenger, communication. We have two pages here. Definitely pages are about communication, messages. Page of Swords, as I said, look into the details, read between the lines, the small print, investigation, ask questions, do your own investigation. And the Page of Pentacles, I love the Page of Pentacles, your hardworking page. I call him the adult child. So very, very responsible and very hardworking, as I mentioned. Willing to put long hours to master things, to execute things. Takes each task like his own kind of responsibility. So a lot of energies here. I want to pull more cards. If this is just different people that you're dealing with, or this is energies that are around you, that are moving towards you, that you have to deal with. But also it feels, if it's to do with you, for some of you, it can be that you are working towards a promotion or towards a higher level in your career. Can be in a partnership as well. Not only to a higher level, but the highest level in the structure, in whatever you envisage. You've worked a long time, or you're putting long hours, a lot of efforts. You're very meticulous about details. You don't easily trust others and what you see or hear. You do your own investigation. And this is a very well done job, because it's going to elevate you to a very high status, the emperor status. This is the top of the pyramid, top ruler. This is for some of you, as I said, collective readings. So a lot of you are dealing with different scenarios. Let's see what is in the obstacle for you, please. What is in the obstacle? Yeah, it's so difficult suddenly. What is in the obstacle here? Cards. Very slippery suddenly. Two cards came. Five of Wands and Two of Pentacles. What did I tell you? I feel like a lot of you are dealing with a lot of people. Five of Wands is some disagreements, ego clashes, but with few people, a group. Five of Wands usually speaks about more than one person you're dealing with. Of course, it can be one person. It does speak about disagreements, not seeing eye to eye. Can be silly disagreements, can be just silly ego clashes. However, it's a stagnant energy because it holds progression. And we have the Two of Pentacles juggling, and being very patient. This is in your obstacle. So you've been dealing with disagreements and conflicts, or you've been dealing with a situation that you don't see eye to eye with someone or with other people, and it required from you to do a lot of, as I said, juggling, a lot of grounding, even showing that you're in a light energy, or trying to be in a light energy, to be the words are just mixing, to be able to handle the situation. Yes, this is how it feels in your obstacle. Okay, let's see what's in the outcome here, please. What's in the outcome? Cards are flying around, and I don't know why they're so stiff. The energy feels stiff. As I said, I do feel it that these disagreements, this not seeing eye to eye, are causing stagnancy. The energy feels like that. Cannot progress with something. You've worked a lot, you've put a lot of detail into it, a lot of effort. Now, for some of you, it can be that you're dealing with the Emperor. We'll clarify after. With someone who is on a higher level, in whatever scenario you are, and who is difficult even to communicate with, because the Emperor doesn't really communicate directly. He communicates via intermediaries. So sometimes it can be very difficult to put your point across to the Emperor, if it differs, of course, from his point. In the outcome, Judgment, unbelievable. Judgment is a very strong karmic shift. This is when the universe now has been nudging you, and you are understanding what's the right path and the right action for you. It usually is related with a big change, transformation, transformative change that, as I said, it's very karmic, and also it can be very spiritual. This is in the outcome. Let's see what's within you. What's within you? Gorgeous, gorgeous people. Thank you, all of you. Whoever has come here for first time and whoever has returned, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please like and subscribe if that's of help and service to support the channel. We grow as we speak. We're here to connect, exchange beautiful light energy, high vibes. You're in the right club, so we can realign ourselves, exchange, as I said, strong, potent energy to manifest, to navigate ourselves through life in an easier way, and to expand and raise the collective consciousness. This is why I created the channel. What's within you, gorgeous, beautiful souls? I hope you're doing fantastic. Can you believe it? Mid-May already. By the way, I wanted to say the new moon, very strong, potent energy. I'm doing this for the dates 16 to 19 because around 3 days before and after the new moon, the energy is extremely powerful. This new moon, Mercury in Taurus, very, very strong. Overall, the new moon with all the planetary positions is very strong for manifesting, clearing, cleansing, clarity, inner clarity. So very potent, and I wanted to see what the tarot messages are for you collectively. Within you is the Queen of Pentacles, a very abundant queen. Now, no genders in the tarot. I'm just following the suits, but no genders here. Very abundant. This queen also can be independent. Speaking about very independent, free, very powerful on her own. She doesn't need a king. Very motherly figure as well, very nurturing, and taking care of all the business, everything. This is within you. Now, whatever, as I said, it feels from the very beginning, and I already told you, it feels like you've been putting a lot of energies. Whether all these energies that I mentioned at the beginning are related to you, you know your story best, or whether you are truly dealing with other people in your situation, can be anything. Can be family, can be work, partnership of a sort. But if it's not within you all these different energies, it more feels, again, I'm mentioning that it's to do with different people. And there is disagreements, not seeing eye to eye. There is one central figure that can be this figure that is also the emperor, can be a mentor or an older figure, an older person. Again, can be at work, can be a partnership, can be within the family that you've been dealing with. Within you is this abundant energy taking care of everyone and everything. We will clarify. It's a beautiful card, but we will clarify because we have here some conflicts happening. And we have balancing of the scales, so to speak, judgment by the universe that is well deserved. So this tells me that there has been some maybe misjudgments here. Maybe you've been misjudged or you've been misunderstood. Some unfairness may be going on, and you've been taking care of a lot of things and a lot of people. This is how I feel. The Queen of Pentacles, as I said, she's like a motherly figure. The symbolism of earth, very productive, but very productive for others as well, taking care of everyone. She's very powerful, she's very strong. Okay, let's see what is within the situation of people or person you're dealing with, please. What's the situation here all about? Clarify. Not clarify, give me one card came up. Two of Cups, soulmate card. Very interesting. Soulmate can be twin flames as well, by the way, if you're dealing with anything of the sort. But Two of Cups, a soulmate card, can be love, can be partnership, not necessarily. The Two of Cups, soulmates, can be someone in the family, but the Two of Cups usually is very lovey-dovey card. That's within the situation of the person you're dealing with. Beautiful energy, meeting of the minds, connecting, reuniting. What's in the final guidance for my beautiful, gorgeous collective here? Universe, please. Please also don't miss at the end. I'm going to clarify with some oracle messages. They're always very important. Don't skip them. Knight of Cups. This is a love offer. Okay, we might be dealing with love here. If it's not that you're dealing with love, it's an offer from the heart that is going to resonate with your heart. This is how I understand this card. Knight of Cups is a beautiful knight with, as I said, his heart on the sleeve, coming, very, very poetic, very sincere to make an offer, to share feelings, to share love. So beautiful, beautiful. This is in the final guidance. As a guidance, this speaks to me that definitely you and whoever you are dealing with, but I'm speaking to you, so only you can take this guidance. You have to have your heart open. You have to be receptive. You have to be sincere, more romantic even, light energy, and it feels like receptive and ready to give, ready to share your feelings, not to give really, to share the feelings, because Knight of Cups is coming with the love offer, like also not only love offer, but sharing the feeling, sharing feelings, sharing emotions, and connecting. So now we have Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Cups, water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. I'm not focusing on the zodiac signs, maybe you already know, on the cards, because we shouldn't restrict the tarot like that. We have a lot of different placements and the people we're dealing with, so, you know, zodiac signs are zodiac signs. We're just focusing here on the messages and the overall story and guidance that we are receiving. Now, let's begin to clarify. Let's clarify these energies here around you, moving towards you, the Emperor, Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. The World. Unbelievable. Another major arcana. We already have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas here. Major arcana. is coming when there is important changes and shifts in our life, decisions. So your page is here, and the Emperor is clarified by the World, closing a cycle and beginning a new one. Whatever you've been dealing with, as I said, if these are different energies here, different people, you're closing a cycle and you're receiving your fair share. The judgment is in the outcome. The universe is now balancing the scales and putting you onto the right path where you belong, where your soul, your higher self wants to be, feels that should be. This is the right path for you. This is what the judgment speaks about. The world, I don't have to talk much about it. It's closing the cycle and beginning a new cycle. This is it. It's just, that's that. Okay, let's clarify your obstacles here, these disagreements, not seeing eye to eye, trying to balance everything. Also, Two of Pentacles always speaks to me about a lot of patience. It took a lot of patience from you, and as I said, a lot of balancing, juggling around with that whole situation. Ace of Swords, clarity and breakthrough. You are receiving a clarity and breakthrough, whether about this situation, or whether that you have to close the cycle and start a new one, or whether it's about how to start the new one. But definitely you're closing the cycle, or you are closing the cycle of this disagreement in this heavier situation that has been dragging you down, so to speak. You are receiving also the clarity how to do that. Breakthrough and clarity. Also the Swords are about communication. Again, I'm reminding that we're looking at the messages that are around this period, around the new moon, 16th to 19th of May. Let's clarify the judgment in the outcome here for you. Let's clarify the judgment. Beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you again for being here. Jenny's high vibe clap. The words are coming very funny tonight. I don't know why. The whole day, actually. I'm just making up words. So, apologies. Maybe I'm just sensing the new moon. I'm going nuts. As you know, the new moon is pushing us and pulling us. Cycles. But yeah, the energy can be felt. Definitely. I don't know. With me is that I'm coining new words today. Actually, the whole day. Even in my own language, I'm making words that nobody has heard ever. The Fool, a new beginning. What did I tell you? We already got that's another major arcana. The World, closing an old cycle, beginning a new cycle. You have absolute breakthrough and clarity you're receiving. Like a light bulb, it can happen even when it already has happened. What you have to do, what's your rightful path, how you have to go about it, and you are getting onto it with your heart open, trusting yourself and the universe. Very light energy. Of course, the Fool always, just the shadow part of the card, be a little bit careful with everything. Be very light and open, but of course we have to be careful not to be foolish if we don't know exactly what we are doing or where we are going. I don't see such cards here. I'm just giving you the shadow element of the card. Let's clarify what's within you. We said the Queen of Pentacles, this beautiful, abundant. By the way, the Queen of Pentacles also speaks about luxury, luxurious life, and status, social status. That's within you. Whether you want it or you already have it. I already explained you earlier about the energies of the Queen of Pentacles. She's very resourceful, motherly like, but also she speaks about luxury and social status. So, the Hermit, yeah. You've been thinking, whatever has been happening here, whatever you've been dealing with, you have taken your time to go within. You have even isolated yourself, perhaps because of these clashes and this disagreement, misunderstandings here that have been going on. But you have taken your time to go within, to connect with your intuition. You maybe have even stopped socializing much or speaking to people, sharing with people. Again, simply because you wanted to tap into your intuition, and maybe even you wanted to really draw from your productive energy. Yeah, this is how I relate the two cards, because the Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. So you almost like tapped within and wanted to pull out this creativity, this productivity, to see how to do everything, because again there is this closing an old cycle, realizing things, your new path, your new role, it can be your new life that you want to start. So you have done really extremely important work spiritually. Even it can be a very spiritually related work that you've done, realizations, but a lot of going within and stopping the noise and sharing and listening to other people. This is what your Hermit is. The Hermit has all the knowledge in the world. He knows exactly what's happening, but again, he knows that not only through experience, but because he has taken time to go within and to remove himself from the noise and the chatter. Yeah, so this is what's within you. Beautiful. Let's clarify within the person or the situation you're dealing with, please. Two cards came. Justice and the Chariot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We got the Judgment and the Justice now. This is very karmic. This is big shifts that are coming upon you. Congratulations, because they are karmic ones and they are divinely guided for your higher good. So higher and highest good. Within you, as I said, within you, you already had the Hermit. Hermit is also, by the way, major arcana. Very spiritual card. The Judgment and the Justice as well, especially the Judgment, very spiritual card. Some of you can be going on a spiritual path. If that's the case, congratulations. You are stepping onto it with full power and full understanding of where you're going, what you have to do. Two of Cups also can speak about realignment within yourself, balancing the energies, yin and yang, and feminine and masculine. So again, for some of you, it can be, all of that can be literally related to a very personal journey, spiritual journey, maybe that triggered other people, or you felt misunderstood, or you felt that you will be misunderstood. However, you've gone through a very deep awakening. This is how it feels. You've realigned yourself, you connected within, and you're ready now to start it. As I said, Justice, balancing the scales, is here. With the Chariot, a complete victorious progression ahead, confidently and very powerfully, knowing exactly where you're going and what you're doing and what you have to do. For others of you who are dealing with a specific soulmate, you are completely now getting onto the same page if there were disagreements between you or with other people. But between the both of you, at least, you're on the same page, where you're going, why you're going there. And whatever you will do is going to balance the scales, is going to clear karmic debt, and is going to open a new, clean, beautiful cycle for you. That's absolutely amazing. Beautiful reading. Let's clarify the final guidance, which was your offer, your love offer, and being open and sincere, loving, romantic. Let's clarify, please, universe. Very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. Let's clarify here, please. The final guidance. Gorgeous, beautiful souls, thank you again for being here. Don't forget to see what the oracle is at the end, please. You can always pause the video or even download the video and watch it after, but don't forget to like and subscribe. But don't miss on the oracle messages. They are beautiful and they are very important, always on point. Let's see what is the final guidance, please. Too many cards. No, actually 2 cards came. Okay, I'll take them. 5 of Cups and Knight of Pentacles is in your final guidance. This is very interesting. And the Knight of Cups. Is this a Knight? Knight of Pentacles, yes. Very interesting. Five of Cups is being a little bit still stuck in the past, in past hurt, and grieving about something that didn't work. But it's surrounded by your Knight of Pentacles, who is a very slow moving energy, the slowest, but because he's building everything meticulously, looking into the details for the long run, for stability, for a very stable foundation that is going to bring a lot of success. And we also have the Knight of Cups, as we said, which is your sincerity, your love, loving heart and sincerity and the offer. So it's very interesting because it's in the final guidance. Let me just think how to explain this. Very interesting. I'm going to explain the way I feel intuitively here. I want you to see at the cards. Look how they are. This is how they came. We first had this card and we are clarifying with these two that came like that in this order. We have the two knights who are beautiful knights, even though the Knight of Pentacles is a little bit slow. Not a little bit, quite slow. The Knight of Cups is moving with acceptable, good speed. But I like that one is Cup, which is the heart, and the other one is Pentacle, which is very grounded, stable. Also, the Knight of Cups is much more faster than the Knight of Pentacles, so it's a nice balance. But in between is this looking at the past. Look how he is still, his head is turned around. However, he is ready to go. These two cups, though, they are looking up. This is how it's depicted on these cards. You see? It looks like the same direction, but they are looking up. Above. So it gives me two messages here. First of all, definitely, again, the message that you have to trust your intuition, whatever you are receiving from above, which you already received. We said the Judgment is here, the Ace of Swords, breakthrough, clarity, divine timing, divine messages. Listen to synchronicities and dreams as well. It can be, especially in this period, you know exactly what is happening and what is coming. Actually, I believe that you do know. But because it's in the guidance here, it tells you that you have to let go of this past. Even though this person is still looking onto the past, this is only as a lesson learned. At the end of the day, even if you cannot at the moment completely turn your back onto the past for whatever reason, you simply have to look more to the sky, up. Trust the universe and trust yourself of what you know and what you are starting to understand, what information is coming to you. This is the right path for you. Accept what happened in the past. It happened in the past. It will stay in the past, and it was for your higher good. You simply have to look more upward. Not even forward, right? I mean, it's very interesting. I just looked at the depictions of the three cards that came together in this order, and this is what it tells me. Both of the knights are looking more upward, not really even forward. This person is looking backward, even though his head is not completely stuck. I mean, he can almost see the forward direction with the backward direction. This is how it's depicted in this tarot deck. So, I want one more guiding card here for the final guidance. One more card, please, for the final guidance, universe. One more. It almost tells me in the final guidance that definitely you don't have to be stuck onto the past, but I don't know why I feel it like that. It's just intuitive. But it tells me that you shouldn't forget it. I don't know why. It just comes like that. I'm looking at the cards and this is what I receive as information. This is the final guidance. You shouldn't be stuck emotionally and mentally of what didn't work in the past, but you should not forget it. But definitely heal, but not forget it. Do not forget it. This, for some of you, I just had to mention this. Please, one more card here, universe. And then we'll pull some oracle messages, you gorgeous, beautiful people. I hope that this is of help and service for you. 7 of Wands and King of Wands. Yeah. Okay. For some of you. I don't know if it's gonna be for all of you. I already mentioned at the very beginning when we were talking about the Emperor that I feel for some of you, you've been dealing with a specific person who can be very difficult to deal with and very overpowering, overbearing, difficult to communicate with. Now the final guidance and the final guidance on the final guidance is your King of Wands, who is a very beautiful king. He's very passionate, very fiery, very creative, the X Factor king, but he can be really ego-centered and difficult to deal with. This king also can be really his way or highway in a very ego-centered way. Much worse than the Emperor. He can be very difficult to deal with. And we have the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands speaks about holding your ground. The really difficult energy, because you have to continuously hold your ground with strong boundaries to deal with certain situations or people. Definitely not giving up or giving in, but very exhausting card. Exhausting energy. So I already mentioned at the beginning, this is how it felt intuitively. It took a lot out of you to deal with this situation. It took a lot of juggling, it took a lot of patience, it took a lot of grounding, a lot of reading between the lines, a lot of focus, a lot of efforts from your side. Hard work feels like, maybe even mentally or emotionally, to deal with the situation. And again, it says that this is what happened here. So again, I'm coming to this same message that I received intuitively. You have to heal, you have to move away from the past, but you should not forget it. So, I hope that this is of help and service, as I said. Let us pull here. I want to pull one spirit animal oracle for you, please. One spirit. Cardinal adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. We already saw so many cards about changes and transformations and new path. Can you see it? I hope you see it. Yeah? I hope you can zoom and read it yourself. I want one more card. For some of you, this scenario is very strong for me. That you've been dealing with someone overbearing, overpowering, took a lot out of you. You know exactly what you have to do, where you have to go, but there were a lot of disagreements. So beautiful that this cycle now is closing and you have clarity, very strong clarity, and yeah, very strong clarity with this Ace of Swords. Beautiful. And within your soulmate, whoever you're dealing with, or within the situation now, beautiful energies about progress, realignment, and balancing the scales about everything, right? Judgment and justice, very strong. Okay, what came here is led by dream. Unbelievable. What did I tell you? Don't miss the oracles. I pause when in a signal, a conscious or intuitive slowing down, rhythm, attention, and subtle sensing. In what situations do I feel the need to stop? What do I feel when I lose my usual rhythm? Just again, I'm going to do that. And I hope you can zoom in after, because if I put it close to the light, you cannot see anything. This is my She Is Intuitive Oracle messages. I hope that this is of help, my gorgeous people. This was beautiful, beautiful reading. Please like and subscribe, support me. I love you so much. Sending you blessings, love, pure, bright light energy for you to please manifest your wildest dreams now. Very potent new moon coming. This is my gorgeous labradorite, very potent stone. So here we go. Accept and be happy and be healthy and be merry and be your best, true, highest self. Enjoy, love life. Manifest, 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 manifest. So, I'll see you very soon. Peace in the mind, love in the heart, balance in all you do. Bye.